Go. The old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly.
This is Mrs. Fetter, the assistant principal. Stop this shenanigans right now and get back to work.
We better straighten up, Mr. Templeton, and get to work. Did you hear that from Miss Fetter?
Sure did.
All right. Well, let's straighten up. I'm getting ready for work. Wow. Whew. Is she gone? Yeah, she's gone. We got to get to work. We got to get serious. No more of this goofing around stuff. You know what, Mr. Templeton? I'm going to be super serious today.
Me too.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what are we doing today in math, Mr. Templeton?
Well, I think what we should do today is we should talk about ones and tens and counting by them, and maybe we even use a number grid. How do you feel?
Well, I think that's a great idea, Mr. Templeton, and I'm going to move my computer a little closer to the number grid. Can you see that very well, Mr. Templeton?
I can see that very well, sir.
Okay. Now, what should I do?
I wasn't looking.
I
can see your number grid now.
Oh. Do you see a number you'd like me to start with?
I would like you to start with the number 56.
56 is right here. Now this number grid, Mr. Templeton, goes all the way up to 140, but this stops at 100 there, okay? So 56 in this group is going to be a little over halfway or about right there.
You have a darker red for that part.
I have a darker color for up to 100, yes, sir.
Okay. That's my serious voice noticing that serious observation.
This is my serious look.
Mine too.
Okay. Now, what do I do, Mr. Templeton?
Okay, what I would like you to do, Mr. Jansen, I would like you to add 10 to 56, the quickest way possible.
I'm sorry, Mr. Templeton, I didn't hear the last thing you said.
The quickest way possible.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 66, Mr. Templeton.
You are correct, sir. You did add 10 to 56. I'm going to challenge you to put your finger back on 56. And this time, can you add 10 in one move?
One move?
Just one.
I thought we were being serious.
Oh, I'm very serious.
Really?
Hmm?
One move? Well, wait a minute. Like that?
Just like that.
So you mean when I go down from a number, I'm actually going up 10?
Yeah, let me show you. Go up way in the corner where you have that 0 way up at the top. Go down one box. Boom. You just added 10.
That is really cool. It's kind of making it hard for me to be serious, Mr.
I know, math is so fun. It's hard to be serious.
Yeah, okay, back to serious, Mr. Templeton. Now what? Oh. Okay. Careful.
I'm there.
Okay.
Now, if you go minus 10, can you go back 10 in one fast move as also?
Well, it would make sense to me, Mr. Templeton, if I added 10 and in one move went down like that. Then if I was to subtract 10, I could do it in one move, like going like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding 10. Sometimes we might add 20. What would you do for that?
Well, if I was at 56 and I wanted to add 20, I would follow that same pattern. I would go 56 plus 10 is 66 plus another 10, which would be 20, is 76. So I'd go 10, 20, just like that.
So you can just count 2 10s. 10, 20, 2 boxes down.
10, 20. Hey, neat.
Now, but here's the thing. You have to have really careful listening and careful reading of those symbols. Remember minus signs? Okay, so carefully. I'm tired of 56. Let's try 34.
Well, 34 is less than 50, so it must be, oh, there it is.
No, there you got it. So what if I said, instead of 10 more, I said 1 more? Where would you go now?
Well, I'm already here on 34, so I would have to go 1. So I'd be at 35.
Right.
Because you know what I almost did, Mr. Templeton? I don't know what. I almost went like 1, but I didn't move my finger. So I have to move 1 hop or 1 move up to count 1.
Yeah, you don't count the one that you're standing on.
No, you go 1. Okay.
Right. Okay, go back to 34.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some quizzes.
Okay.
I want you to do 10 less than 34. Oh, there's your thinking face.
Thinking face. Very serious thinking face, by the way, Mr. Templeton. Well, 34, I could go this way. That would be 10. I would be subtracting 10, so I'd be at 24. And that makes sense because this in the 10 spot is 1 less, so it's got to be 24, Mr. Templeton.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Go back to 34.
Okay.
Show me what 1 more would be.
1 more. 35, Mr. Templeton.
Are you noticing these are all done in one move?
I really do, but I'm really moving in different ways, aren't I?
Moving different directions. Yeah, go back to 34.
Okay.
What would be 1 less?
1. 33, Mr. Templeton.
And back to 34.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to trick you, Mr. Jensen.
Ooh. Well, let me get my serious look on. Okay, Mr. Templeton.
Could you show me, sir, 20 more?
Was that a British accent?
No, not even close.
Oh. 10, 20. It would be 54, Mr. Templeton.
You got it. That's exactly right.
This number grid is a great tool to add and subtract by.
It really is.
Wow. Hey, Mr. Templeton.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, though.
Sure.
Real quick, because I know we put the 0 up there, but put it over here. What are these numbers over here? This like -1, -2, -3. Can you go that way?
You can. We're not ready for that yet, but yes, if you put the 0 on that side, that's assuming that we have a linear number line and not a grid.
Like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
They
Interesting.
both work, depends on what we're doing.
True.
Well, I think we've got it all covered, don't you?
Can I show the pages, Mr. Templeton? Because I want to be really serious and make sure we cover all of our bases so Miss Fetter doesn't get after us again.
Serious is the word of the day.
Yes, it is. Now, Mr. Templeton, I think we are going to do, well, I know we're going to do 12, 13, and 14, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now kids, there might look like there's a lot of problems on there, but you have a number grid right here that you can use that's just like this one, but it stops there at 100. And you can just do, like Mr. Templeton and I were doing, counting forwards, backwards, and counting by tens and subtracting by tens using the number grid. And you can look at that page. That's one you're going to have to do. And over here, there's symbols. I think it's 76 in tens and ones. And then they ask you questions like 1 more than 76. So you can go to 76 and go 1 more, okay? And I believe there is, yes, 10 more. So you go to 76. And if I went 10 more, I'd be at 86. If I did 10 less, I'd be at 66. Did I do that correctly, Mr. Templeton? Thanks to your fine teaching, I might add. And then the last page we have for today is page 14. And there's some fun problems they can work on and use their number grid. Now, doesn't that look great, Mr. Templeton?
Yes, it does.
Can I give you a compliment, Mr. Templeton?
Sure.
You really do a great job when you are super duper serious. How did I do?
You did very, very well. You don't sound as British as I do, though.
Yeah, when you're serious, you sound a little British, but that's okay.
It's in my blood.
I
Hey,
think so.
are we alone? Is Mrs. Fetter in the hallway?
No, she's went back down. Mr. Templeton, no shenanigans. We always follow the
Rules.
Yeah. Well, kids, have a great day. Mr. Templeton, thanks for all your help, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.